Hey there fellow Pokemon fans, today we'll be showcasing off Braviary, a Flying-Type Pokemon from the Unova region, and today we'll be utilising a moveset that uses agility to boost our speed, if needed, and then we'll be taking advantage of Braviary's sheer force ability, which gives a boost to moves that have secondary effects at the cost of essentially negating those secondary effects. So basically our Body Slam will never paralyze an opposing Pokemon, but we will hit that much harder. And this is also boosted by the Life Orb item, which thanks to sheer force, ignoring secondary effects, we can essentially get the power boost from Life Orb without taking the chip damage from it. That doesn't apply to close combat though, unfortunately, as close combat doesn't have a secondary effect, even though it does reduce our stats, but it's not the same thing type of thing. But the fighting coverage is definitely useful, and it's definitely worth having on the moveset. And then we've got the Terra Steel typing, which supercharges our Iron Head move to then deal even more damage. Fantastic stuff. Oh, and while we're on the subject, quick question of the day. What's your favourite Flying-Type Pokemon? I'd love to know yours, so be sure to let me know down below in the comments what yours is, and if you enjoyed the video and want to join me on my journey to reach 1,000 subscribers, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button for more exciting battles, and with all that said, let's jump straight into the games.
No time to question my moves. I stick to the path that
Okay, so my opponent's got a Galarian Weezing, and our Chaladon, a Zacian, Lapras, what's his face, the Shaman, the Sky version, and the Fire Ogerpon. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to lead off with my Galvantula, and let's do this. Alrighty, so who are you leading off with, eh? So Shaman's coming out. Okay, so I could take this opportunity to, excuse me, got a frog in my throat, paralyze this. Yeah, I could, I'm going to Thunder Wave this. Let's do it. Alright, so they go for the... Oh, God. Okay, don't you dare flinch me. Come on, Galvantula. Break through, and let's go for that Thunder Wave. Come on. Galvantula, buddy. I need your assistance. Come on, let's do this. So, okay, we get off the Thunder Wave. Amazing job, Galvantula. That's what I'm talking about. Amazing. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about the Air Slash Serene Grace as much, right? So, great job, Galvantula. Let's go for that Sticky Web, and let's do this. So, okay, Galvantula goes for that Sticky Web. Now the webs are up. Fantastic. Okay, so... Can we get a cheeky paralysis? Let's find out. So, no. Okay, so they go for the Air Slash. Fantastic job, Galvantula. Amazing. You took a good long rest, buddy. So, now, on this, what do I want to go into, eh? So, I could go into my... I'm going to go into my Braviary. Let's do that. So, come on in, Braviary, buddy. I need your assistance. And let me just double-check who they got in the back again. So, yeah, do you know what? I feel like I'm pretty safe to just go for a Body Slam. If they go into our Chaladon... no, they stayed in. Okay, so we go for that Body Slam. Let's see the damage. And, okay, we one-shot the Shaman. Amazing job, Braviary, buddy. Okay, so, who do we think they'll go into next? Let's find out. Alright, so, Lapras is coming out next. Interesting. So, I could go for a Terra Steel and then go for a Body Slam. Yeah, do you know what? I think that's going to be in my best interest. So let's go for a Terra Steel. We'll resist the Ice-type move. And I'm pretty sure we can two-shot it with a Body Slam. Laprases are more specially defensively tanky rather than physically, right? So, okay. There we go. Nice little Terra Steel. And we haven't revealed that we've got the Iron Head just yet. So, that we can, what's-his-face, surprise the Weezing later with an Iron Head. So, okay. Let's see how much we do with the Body Slam. And... look at that, amazing. So, they go for the Ice Beam, don't you dare freeze me, and okay, Braviary holds on, and now let's go for another Body Slam, and let's knock this out. Come on, buddy. Alright, so, Braviary goes for that Body Slam, and we knock out the Lapras. Braviary gets its second KO, fantastic job, and now let's see who comes in next. Alright, so, Ogerpon's coming in next. Okay, so, I think we can knock this out with a Body Slam. I'm not too sure. Do I think it's in my best interest to switch out? Because, do I want to bring in Garchomp here is the question. I'm going to go for that Body Slam. Let's do it, Braviary. So, okay. Oh, they're terrestrializing. Okay, so, alright, they're going to become a pure Fire type, but we are still faster, and it depends on whether or not Braviary's Body Slam is enough to knock out the Ogerpon. I feel like it can, but it also might live on like a sliver of health, so we're about to find out. So, they've used up the terrestrialization there, which is great to see, so they get the attack boost, but they are slower, so Braviary, buddy, let's go for a Body Slam, and let's try and knock out this Ogerpon. I believe in you. Go on, buddy. The Body Slam happens, and we one-shot the Ogerpon. Amazing job, Braviary. Braviary gets its third KO. Down goes the Legendary, and they've also used up their terrestrialization, so you don't have to worry about any surprises later on down the line, right? So, great job, buddy, and let's see who's next. Alright, so Weezing's coming in. Okay, so that's exactly why I was keeping the Iron Head a secret, right? So we can now go for a Sheer Force Stab Iron Head. Let's do it, Braviary. So, okay, we go for that Iron Head. Let's see the damage. Come on, Braviary. You've got this. I'm sure we can, maybe we can one-shot this. So, oh my god, Braviary one-shots the Weezing as well. Amazing. So that's the 4th KO for Braviary. Amazing job. Oh my god. Fantastic job. I love this Pokemon. It's so cool. Let's see who's next. Alright, so our Chaladon's coming in next. Okie dokie. So, I could go for a close combat here and deal some massive damage, right? That could be in my best interest, but then their body press, might knock us out. But you know what? I feel like you've done so much work, buddy. Let's just go for the close combat and let's do this. So, oh, and the battle was cancelled. Amazing. Okay, so Braviary, fantastic job. Okay, so my opponent has got a Jolteon, Annihilate, Glamora, Armarouge, Baxcalibur, and the Staraptor. Cool looking team. I'm going to lead off with Galvantula, and let's do this. Alrighty, so who are you leading off with, eh? So Baxcalibur is coming off the lead, so I would love to be able to Thunder Wave this, right? So okay, that is the plan. So Galvantula, let's go for a straight up Thunder Wave. If they go for an Icicle Spear, they'll probably knock us out, but Paralysing this is good. So, okay, Galvantula goes for the Thunder Wave. Lovely jubbly. We paralyse the Baxcalibur. Fantastic. And now, what are they going for? A Sword Dance, Dragon Dance, or Icicle Spear? Let's find out. So, but they get paralysed. Amazing. So, okay, things are looking good. Do you know what? I'm going to go for that, I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz to get off some damage, right? So, Galvantula goes for that Bug Buzz, and okay, we do almost 50%. Great job, buddy. They go for the Sword Dance. Okay, so, do we think the Icicle Spear or the Scale Shot's coming, right? So, boy, oh boy. Okay, so, do you know what? I'm going to set up the Sticky Webs, and let's do it. So, Galvantula sets up the Sticky Webs. Lovely jubbly. And now, do they get paralysed? Let's find out. So, they go for the Scale Shot. Okay, so they are paralysed, so the speed boost won't help them that much, right? So, okay. Thanks for all you've done, Galvantula. Nice little paralysis on the Baxcalibur, and the Sticky Webs are up. Fantastic. So, now, what do I want to go into on this, eh? So, they get the defense drop, which is always nice to see. The speed boost is irrelevant. So, now, on this, I'm thinking about going into my Braviary. Okay, so, come on in, Braviary, buddy. So, oh, hang on a minute. Do they have the Ice Shard, do we think? So, that could be scary, not going to lie. Okay, so do I want to go for the Terra Steel is the question. Do you know what? I'm just going for the, I'm just going to go for the Body Slam. Let's do it, Braviary. So, okay, Braviary goes for that Body Slam, and we knock out the Baxcalibur. Amazing. The crit did not matter. It's sheer force stab boosted. So, great job, Braviary. And let's see who comes in next, eh? The only Pokemon that Braviary can't really touch is the Annihilate, but let's see. So, they're going into the Glamora, so they probably want some Mortal Spin, right? So, fair enough. So, okay, I am going to go for the... they get caught in the Sticky Web, which is always nice to see. So, do you know what I'm going to go for? I'm going to go for that Terra Steel, and I'm going to go for that Iron Head, because I am not going to let you Mortal Spin. Those Sticky Webs are there to stay. So, here we go. Braviary, you've got this, buddy. Time to turn you into a Steel type. They must be going for the Mortal Spin, right? They definitely want to get rid of the Sticky Web. So, okay, here we go. Denying them with our Steel. I mean, there's no way they went for an Earth Power on my Braviary, right? So, they either went for a Sludge Wave, a Mortal Spin, or anyways, we go for that Iron Head. We are going to get some Toxic Spikes on our side of the field, but we can worry about those later, right? And we one-shot them. Amazing. So, we only get one round. I didn't even have to Terrest. No, maybe I did. I don't know. But either way, great job, Braviary. Okay, so they were Rocky Helmets, so maybe they were a bit more defensive. So, maybe the Terra did help. But either way, fantastic job, Braviary. They can't get rid of the Sticky Webs unless you comes in next. Alright, so Staraptor's coming out. Okay, so this will probably outspeed me, right? So, okie dokie. I think at this point it's probably in my best interest to go into my Garchomp, because, do you know what? I can always just deal some Rough Skin Rocky Helmet chip damage, and yeah, I think that's in my best interest. So, okay, come on in, Garchomp, buddy. The only problem with the Staraptor that might be is if they're Choice Scarf, right? Because, obviously, they will naturally outspeed my, my Quackable and my, oh, they went for the U-turn. Perfect. So Garchomp takes that really well. They take some Rough Skin Rocky Helmet chip damage, and it all depends on who they want to go into next, I suppose. Let's find out. Amazing job, Garchomp. And okay, let's see who comes in. Alright, so they're going into the Annihilate. Okie dokie. So, I think I'm going to set up some Stealth Rocks, because it'll be good against the Armarouge and, the rest of their Pokemon, right? But then they get the Defiant boost, don't they? So that's kind of scary, not going to lie. But I feel pretty confident that Garchomp can tank one hit. The question is if whether or not they're faster than us, right? So, do I think it's in my best interest to set up some Stealth Rocks? Do you know what? I absolutely do. Let's go for those Stealth Rocks. Here we go. So, okay, we are faster. Very cool. So, Moment of Truth. Are they like a Bulk Up variant or something like that, right? So, they could be Bulk Up Drain Punch for all I know. So, oh, they are going for the Bulk Up. Okay, so, Now, moment of truth. They haven't terrestrialized yet, have they? So, do I think it's in my best interest to go for a Dragon Tail now to send this out flying? Or do I think it's best to go for a... okay, do you know what? It's probably in my best interest to just go for a Dragon Tail, and let's see what they go for. So, okay, oh, they got the Ice Punch. Okay, so that's definitely going to knock out my Garchomp. They are +3 in attack, right? So now they'll take some Rusty and Rocky Helmet chip damage. Great job, Garchomp, buddy. And now I'm forced to go into my... into my Gardevoir. And yeah, so not too sure what else I can go into because they're pretty bulked up, right? So yeah, I've got to go into my Gardevoir. Come on in, Gardevoir, buddy. I need your assistance. And yeah, okay, so we're definitely going to be faster. The question is, are they going to terrestrialize? That is the only thing that could be a problem, right? So, okie dokie. We get poisoned, but it's only, we trace the Defiant ability, not that it matters at all. So, do I want to go for a Moonblast? Do you know what? I absolutely do. So, or do I want to go for a Psychic? No, I want to go for a Moonblast. Let's do it, Gardevoir. Alright, so they're withdrawing. Cool, so maybe they're going into... Okay, so they lost their +3 attack. Fantastic. So they're going into Jolteons because they don't know that we're Choice Scarf. This is going to be perfect. So, but they also get hit by the sticky webs, right? So either way, Gardevoir would have outsped this. Unless they're Flame Orb Quick Feet. Then I'm not sure, to be honest. Okay, so we go for the Moonblast. Let's see your damage, Anne. Oh, nice. Okay, so we take some poison damage. And now I'm pretty safe to go for another Moonblast and knock this out, right? So Gardevoir... Oh, they are... Oh, okay. So this could be a bit complicated. So I'm going to go for a Moonblast and let's do it. So, okay. Gardevoir is still faster. Fantastic. We go for the Moonblast and we knock out the Jolteon. Amazing job, Gardevoir. That's what I'm talking about. And yeah, let's see who comes in next. Alright, so Staraptor's coming back out, okie dokie. So the only thing is if this thing's Choice Scarf, that they will outspeed us. So, alright, do I want to... Hang on a minute. They could be Choice Scarf, to be honest. Who don't I need? So against the Annihilate, I think it'll be good to have... Okay. Decision time. I don't really... Do you know what? I'm going for the Moonblast. I don't think that they're Choice Scarf. Let's do it, Gardevoir. Okay, so they are Choice Scarf. Oh, no. Okay, so that's definitely going to knock out my Gardevoir. So, damn. Okay, so... Oh, boy. Okay, so they'll take some recoil damage. Geez. Okay, so that bloody sucked. Oh, my God. Okay, so I am now... So they've got the double edge, right? So, okay. I could go Braviary here and... Agility, couldn't I? Oh, okay. Do you know what? I'm going into my Braviary. I'm going to go for an Agility. So come on in, Braviary, buddy. I need your assistance. So after we go for an Agility, I don't think they can outspeed us. So, yeah, I'm going to go for an Agility. And let's do this, Braviary. So, okay. They go for the double edge. And Braviary tanks it. Great job, buddy. They'll take some recall. They survived. Fair enough. So, okay. The best part of taking damage is if the Annihilate comes in, they'll get less HP when they go for a Drain Punch, right? So that worked out pretty well. So we're definitely faster now, thanks to the agility. I'm now going to go for a... I'm going to go for an Iron Head. We've revealed it anyways, right? So Braviary goes for the Iron Head, and we're going to knock out the Staraptor, and I've still got Gardevoir in the back in case I need to use it against the Annihilate, right? So great job, Braviary. Down goes the Staraptor, and let's see who comes in next. Alright, so Armarouge is coming in. Okay, well, we definitely outspeed this. Now, moment of truth. Are you Heavy Duty Boots or are you Focus Sash? Let's find out. So, they aren't Heavy Duty Boots. I'm pretty confident my Body Slam will knock this out, so let's do it, Braviary. Okay, so, oh, they got the Endure. Okay. Even if they get a speed boost from an item or something, or unless they're Custap Berry, that would be insane. If they're Custap Berry, that would be nuts. Okay, so, do you know what? Oh, they got the weak armor, though. So, okay, do you know what? I think we still outspeed, so I'm going for the Body Slam. Let's do it, Braviary. Alright, so we do outspeed. Braviary goes for that Body Slam, and we knock out the Armarouge. Fantastic job, Braviary. That's what I'm talking about. Their final Pokemon is the Annihilate, and I can just go for a straight-up stab, Sheer Force boosted Iron Head against that Annihilate, right? So, okay, out comes out their final Pokemon, and they don't really have much time to be able to go for, like, bulk ups or anything, right? So, okay, they do get the Defiant boost, so that might just proc them to go for a straight-up +2 Drain Punch, right? So, but the good thing is they take some Stealth Rocks damage, and every Pokemon on our side outspeeds them, right? So, let's go for that Iron Head, and let's do this. Alright, so, oh, they're terrestrializing. Here we go. Okay, moment of truth. What are you terrestrializing into? Oh, hopefully it's not like Terra Water or something. We're about to find out there. So, it's Terra Dark. Okay, fair enough. So, our Iron Head isn't resisted, which is always great to know. So, we can still do some nice damage. And my Quackable can now do some super effective close combat damage. So, Braviary goes for the Iron Head. Let's see how much we do, eh? So, get him, Braviary. And, oh my god, Braviary annihilates the Annihilate. Amazing. Okay, and they left. Amazing. Thank you, Braviary. Amazing. Good game to my opponent. That was a fun battle. And great job to all my Pokemon. Whew, that was intense. Oh my god, Braviary came in clutch. That's amazing. So, great job. Okay, so my opponent's got a Skeledirge, a Whimsicott, a Toxapex, Iron Treads, Mandibuzz, and the Meloetta. Okay, so I'm going to lead off with my Garchomp, and let's do this. Alrighty, so who are you leading off with, eh? So, excuse me. Okay, so the Skeledirge is coming out, so that's a great lead with our Garchomp, right? So, off the bat, I'm going to go for... Do I want to go for the... I'm going to go for the Stealth Rock, so I feel like they're going to probably switch, right? I mean, if they stay in and go for a Will-O-Wisp, that's kind of big. That'd be crazy, but let's go for those Stealth Rocks regardless, and let's do this. So, oh my god, don't you dare tell me you always stayed in and go for a Will-O-Wisp. Okay, so, alright. Garchomp, hold on, buddy. What is this Skeledirge going for? It's going for the... Oh, it did go for the Will-O-Wisp. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Now they might switch into the Mandibuzz. I'm going to go for a Dragon Tail to be able to start doing some switch shenanigans, right? So that's so unfortunate about the burn, right? I could have got off a free Earthquake, but it is what it is, I guess. So I'll go for a Dragon Tail. Let's do it, Garchomp. So, okay, they stayed in and went for a Hex. Oh my god, okay, so that bloody hurt. Okay, so we go for the Dragon Tail. Let's do some... okay, so let's send that the Skeledirge flying, so it'll take some potential Stealth Rocks next time it comes in. And hopefully they don't go into the Mandibuzz, right? Let's find out. So, who's coming out? It is the Whimsicott. Okay. So, it could be going for a potential U-turn for all I know, or it could be going for a Moonblast. But we get off some nice Stealth Rocks damage, which is always nice to see. Garchomp takes some burn, and now on this, who do I want to switch into? I'm going to go into... oh god, who do I want to go into, eh? So, I could go into my Braviary. I'm going to go into my Braviary. Let's do that. So, alright, calm back, Garchomp. I'm going to go into my Braviary. And yeah, we'll see what they go for. I wonder if they're a Leech Seed or a Reflect or something like that, right? So, okay, Braviary, your assistance is required. What are they going for? Moonblast. Okay. So, Braviary holds on like a boss. We get a special attack drop, not that it matters. Now, who would they potentially switch into, eh? So, I'm going to go for a Body Slam, and let's just see what happens. Alright, so they are withdrawing. Hopefully not into the Skeledirge, but we're about to find out. So, who's coming in? Okay, it's the Mandibuzz. Okay, cool. So, let's see how much we do with our Sheer Force boosted Body Slam, right? So, okay, they are Heavy Duty Boots, confirmed. Go for the Body Slam, and okay, over 50%. I'm going to go for another Body Slam, and they can either go for a Defog, or they can Roost, right? So, we go for another Body Slam, we almost knock it out. They go for the Defog, so they've essentially allowed us to be able to knock out the Braviary, the Mandibuzz, right? So, this is fantastic. Okay, so, I'm going to go for an Iron Head in case they switch into the Skeledirge. So, let's do this, Braviary. Alright, so they are withdrawing, maybe potentially into the Skeledirge, and I think I'm going to go for... Okay, no, into the Iron Treads. Okay. So, I could just go for a close combat here, to be fair. They are definitely faster. We did some nice damage with that Iron Head, to be fair. I'm going to go for that close combat, and let's knock this out. Alright, so they go for the Stealth Rock. So, okay, Braviary, buddy, let's go for a close combat and let's knock out this Iron Tread. So, this, we haven't shown that we've got agility, right? So, they don't know our fourth move. But if they go into Skeledirge right now, I'll have to switch, and I'll have to go into my Altaria so I can defog, right? So, amazing job, Braviary, with dealing massive damage to the Mandibuzz, and basically knocking out the Iron Treads. So, yeah, okay, let's see who comes in next. Alright, so Toxapex is coming in. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into my Altaria on their potential Toxic or something, right? So, alright, Altaria, come on in, buddy. I need your assistance. Okay, so we'll take some Stealth Rocks damage, and they might go for a Toxic here. And I think I'm going to go for the immediate defog to be able to get rid of the Stealth Rocks in case they switch, right? So I want to take... Okay, oh, Ice Beam. Hold on, Altaria. Hold on. Altaria holds on like a boss. Amazing. Ice Beam Toxapex. I was not expecting that. Fair enough. So, now, do I want to... what's his face? Do I want to Terrestrialize into a Steel type to be able to absorb it? I do not know. That's amazing. That's crazy. Okay, so... Okay, do you know what? I'm going to go for one Roost in case they just straight up go for an Ice Beam, right? Because we'll take half the amount of damage because instead of being quad effective, it'll be 2 times effective. So, okay. They are going for these straight up Ice Beams. Okay, so we take that one better. Great job, Altaria. And, okay, do you know what? I'm going to go for the Terra Steel now, and I'm going to go for the Fire Spin. If they switch, it'd be rather unfortunate. But I think it's going to be good. So let's go for that Terra Steel and let's go for that Fire Spin. Let's do this, Altaria. So, okay, I think that means they've stayed in. So, as long as we don't miss the Fire Spin, we'll be in a good position. We'll resist the Ice Beam. We can trap the Toxapex in with the Fire Spin. And then we can go for the Perish Song, right? So, okay, we need to not miss the Fire Spin though. So, Altaria, I need your assistance and doing this. Come on. So, alright, let's go for that Fire Spin. And we miss. Of course we do. So... Oh, okay, so that sucks. Okay, so now they go for the Ice Beam. We're going to take nothing from it. So, oh my god, we missed our surprise opportunity to be able to trap this in, right? And if they know Perish Trap, they know what I'm going for right now. So that sucks. But you know what? I'm going to go for that default regardless, and let's do this. Alright, so, yeah, of course they know. So they're probably going into the Skeledirge right now. So that sucks so much. Okay, so Crocoboy, that is the Skeledirge. Yep. So, okay. My god, that was so unfortunate. So, okay, we go for the default. We get rid of the Stealth Rocks. And now I'm forced to go into my, Garchomp, right? I'll go into Garchomp, and I'll set up the Stealth Rocks. And then I have to hope my Iron Head does enough to the Mandibuzz, right? So we get some nice health back, which is always good to know that the Altaria can switch in on the Mandibuzz, right? Because they can't Toxic us, they can't do anything else. So they are leftovers on the, damn, yeah, what a shame, what a shame. Anyways, let's go into our Garchomp on that potential Taunt Song, and let's do this. Alright, so Altaria, come on back, buddy, you've been great. And yeah, okay, so Garchomp, I need you to tank this Taunt Song, set up the Stealth Rocks, and we'll go from there, right? So Garchomp comes on in, and Taunt Song, nope, straight up Will-O-Wisp. Fantastic. So they might immediately switch into the Mandibuzz right now, right? And that is kind of what I'm scared about, but I'm still going to get the Stealth Rocks, and if they do go into Mandibuzz, I can just go straight back into my Braviary, right? So, okay, great job, Garchomp, and because the Skeledirge is leftovers, they'll take Stealth Rocks damage each time they come in, so let's do this. Okay, so Garchomp goes for that Stealth Rocks. I imagine they're going for the Hex to be able to knock us out, which is fine with me, to be honest. I need the damage, so, okay. They do go for the Hex. That's going to knock out my Garchomp. Garchomp, you've been amazing, buddy. Take a good long rest, and you leave the rest to us, eh? So, okay. Now, on this, what do I want to do, eh? So, I'm going to go into my Galvantula, and I think maybe it'll be in my best interest to go for a, what's-his-face? A Thunder Wave, right? So, nothing really wants to tank this, so I'm going for the Thunder Wave. Let's get the guaranteed paralysis. So Galvantula goes for that Thunder Wave. We paralyze the Skeledirge. Can we get lucky and get a first turn paralysis? Let's find out. So come on, get paralyzed. Nope, it goes for the Taunt Song. Okay, okie dokie. I'm now going to go for that Sticky Web so that I can slow down the Meloetta at some point, right? So come on, if we can get a second turn paralysis, that'd be useful, right? So they're now racking up those boosts, so let's go for that Sticky Web immediately. Okay, so Galvantula gets up the Sticky Webs. Now they've got Stealth Rocks and Sticky Webs, and I've got to ensure the Mandibuzz can't defog them away, right? So okay, they don't get paralyzed, unfortunately. They go for the Taunt Song and they knock out my Galvantula. Fair enough. So okay, there's the special attack boost. They're +2. So now, do I think I should go into my Quackable, or, okay, decision time. I'm going to go into my Quackable. Let's do that. So, come on in, Quackable, buddy. They'll either force the Terror, or they'll switch into Toxapex, right? So, okay, I'm going for my Aqua Step. Let's do this. Let's see what they go for. So, okay, they stayed in, so we go for the Aqua Step. Come on, let's do some major damage. Get him, Quackable, and, okay, over 50%. Get paralyzed. Okay, come on. Mr. Will-O-Wisp will get... No! Oh, my God. Okay, so... Jeez Louise. No paralysis or no misses. So, that's rather unfortunate. And now they're probably going to switch into the Toxapex, right? So, I'm going to immediately switch into my Gardevoir. If they go for a Shadow Ball now, that'd be insane. And, yeah, it's so unfortunate we missed the Fire Spin with Altaria on the Toxapex. But, oh, well, it is what it is, right? So, okay. Time to go into my Gardevoir on this potential Toxapex switch. So, come on back, Quackable. Oh, man, Quackable getting burned is so unfortunate. So, okay. Gardevoir, come on in, buddy. I need your assistance. What are they going for? Okay, we get the Trace, so we get the Unaware. Oh, that's cool, because we ignore the plus in special attack. So, they went for a Hex. Oh, my God. Okay, so, Gardevoir barely tanks that. Jeez, okay, so, alright. They're getting some more leftovers back. And now I'm going to go for a Psychic, because... it's not resisted, so we can do some major damage. So, okay, let's go for that Psychic. Here we go, Gardevoir. Alright, so Gardevoir goes for that Psychic. And, oh, I just realised, if they go into Mandibuzz now... Oh, that's some nice damage. Okay, so they do knock out my... fair enough. So, alright. I'm now going to go into my Quackable, and I'm going to go for another Aqua Step, right? We'll get the speed boost, and then we'll get a nice little Moxie attack boost. I mean, unless they Terrestrialize right now, which, what would be the point? Because if they get paralyzed, they would have wasted their Terrestrialization. And then that also means they can't go into the Mandibuzz, right? So, I'm going into my Quackable 100%. Let's do this. And I've also got the Braviary in the back in case for later on, right? So, okay. At this range, Quackable can definitely knock this out. So, or do I want to go for Ice Spinner? No. I'm going to go for the Aqua Step. Let's do it. Alright, so they are withdrawing. I'm guessing it's into the Toxapex, right? And then from there... okay, it is into the Toxapex. They'll take some Stealth Rocks damage. And then, question is, I'm going to go into my Altaria, and I'm going to have to immediately go for the Fire Spin in case they immediately switch, right? What I'm worried about right now is that they switch, they double switch, right? So, okay, Quackable goes for the Aqua Step, and we're going to do nothing, basically. And, okay, so we get a speed boost, but it's completely irrelevant. And I forgot, are they a healing item or are they something else? Let's find out. So, they are not a healing item. Okay, so I'm immediately going into my Altaria. Hopefully they don't double switch into the Mandibuzz, but we'll find out, right? Alright, so Quackable, come on back, buddy. That doesn't tell us yet if they're switching out. But I think Altaria might be faster than Mandibuzz. I am 202 speed, so yeah, let's find out. So they are withdrawing, so it's got to be into the Mandibuzz, right? So okay, alright. Altaria, I need you to not miss this Fire Spin. Come on, Altaria. So okay, if we don't miss, we can knock this out. Come on, Altaria. Okay. Moment of truth. Altaria, you can do this, buddy. We get some more leftovers. Now, Altaria, time to go for that Fire Spin. Let's knock out this Mandibuzz. Let's do it, Altaria. Come on. Alright, so Altaria goes for that Fire Spin. Knock out the Mandibuzz, buddy. Oh my god, it lived. Okay, so it's definitely going for a Defog. Oh god, okay, so the Mandibuzz goes for the Defog. And okay, so the Mandibuzz will go down to the Fire Spin, but that's so unfortunate we lost our hazards, right? So that unlocks the Meloetta, but my Altaria is going to be pretty good at countering the Meloetta, right? So it all comes down to the other Pokemon. I suppose we'll find out what they go into, but yeah, great job regardless, Altaria. The shame we couldn't knock out the Mandibuzz, but it is what it is. So okay, fantastic job. We'll get some more leftovers at the end of the turn as well. There it is, and okay, who do we think they'll go into next, eh? Alright, so Meloetta's coming out. Okay, so this thing, alright, what do I want to do against... Okay, I'm going to go for a Fire Spin and let's do some damage. Alright, so they go for the Relic Song. Okay, I think that puts us to sleep, right? So, okay, we resist it. Nice, nice, nice. But that turns them into the Fighting type, doesn't it? So, okay, yeah, I'm going to have to switch on this close combat, aren't I? So... yeah, okay, so we go for the Fire Spin, and we're going to deal some nice little chip with the, what's-his-face, the Fire Spin, Fiery Vortex damage, right? But this next close combat is going to annihilate us, unfortunately, so, yeah, I'm not too sure what I can do against this. Jeez Louise, okay, so they take Life Orb chip damage. I guess I could go into my Quackable and see if we live, so, okay. Quackable, come on back, buddy. Altaria. And Quackable, come on in. If we can live one close combat, maybe I can fire off my own close combat and get off some damage at the same time. Let's find out. So, oh, it's Drain Punch. Okay. Quackable takes that pretty well. But they are going to get some of their health back, which is unfortunate. So, okay. Not too sure what I can do against this. They are Life Orb, though, so I'm now going to go for that close combat and let's do as much damage as possible. The burn is actually helping us here at this point because they won't gain as much, but let's go for that close combat and let's do some damage. So, okay, Quackable goes for that close combat. Let's see what damage, and oh, we almost knock it out. Okay, so fantastic job, Quackable. So, not too sure how I'm going to deal with the rest of their Pokemon. Oh, they've gone for a Relic Song, so they're turning back into the, that turns them back, right? And then they become a special attacker, don't they? So they'll take some Life Orb chip damage, and then I'm free to go into my Altaria, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that means they're a special attacker now. So, okay, Altaria, come on in, buddy. And if not, maybe I can immediately switch into my Braviary. I'm not sure. Who have they got in the back again? It's the Scarlet that will die to the Stealth Frogs, and the Whimsicott, right? So, okay. I'm going to go for the Roost, and I'm going to hope that they've gone for... Okay, they went for a U-turn. Perfect. So we get the Roost for free. Altaria, you're doing me proud. So the Life Orb will knock them out at this point. So down goes the Meloetta. And as long as I've got Braviary, I can Perish Trap things still, right? So amazing job, Altaria. We get the nice little Roost. Fantastic job, buddy. And now, okay, so... who do we think they'll go into next? And there's the leftovers as well, bringing us up to full. Fantastic job, Altaria. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so Whimsicott's coming in, okie dokie. Oh, they're going to Encore me, aren't they? So I have to immediately switch into my Braviary so I can avoid this Encore, right? If they Encore me into Roost, I'll be stuffed. So, okay. Alright, Altaria, come on back, buddy. And let's cross our fingers and hope they've gone for an Encore. But I doubt they would have gone for a Moonblast, right? So come on in, Braviary, buddy. I need your assistance. They went for the Encore. Fantastic. Okay, Braviary, you've got this one, man. Okay, so I think we're safe to go for a Body Slam. Yeah, I'm going to go for that Body Slam. Let's knock this out. So, oh, they're far. Hold on, Braviary. Hold on. Braviary holds on like a boss. Okay, we get the special attack drop. Not that it matters. Let's go for that Body Slam, and let's knock out this Whimsicott. Get him, Braviary, and we knock out the Whimsicott. Amazing. The Skeleturge is essentially down. The only Pokemon remaining are the, what's-his-face? Oh god, the Toxapex. But yeah, we'll go from there, right? Alright, so Crocoboy's coming back in. I can just Iron Head. Oh, it'll go down to the Stealth Rocks. I don't know why they've done that. Fair enough. So, okay. Oh, of course, the Stealth Rocks is gone. I'm so silly. All right, I've got to go for the Iron Head. I've got to hope it's enough. So, Braviary goes for the Iron Head, and oh, it lived. Oh, God. Get paralyzed. Get paralyzed. And no, they get the slack off. Oh, no. Damn. Oh, my God. All of our work gone to nothing. So, that sucks so much. Oh, my God. Okay, so I'm forced to now go into my... Oh, that sucks. If they'd gotten paralyzed there, we would have won the game, but I think we've lost now because of that. So, Braviary, come on back, buddy. I've got no way of being able to touch the these Skeletons, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Altaria, come on in, buddy. And, yeah, so, now they get paralyzed. Of course they do. Okay, fair enough. So, I'm now going to go for a Fire Spin to be able to trap this in. Oh, no, first I'm going to go for a Perish Song, right? So, okay, Altaria, buddy, let's go for that Perish Song and let's trap this in. Oh, they're terrestrializing. Okay. So maybe that'll allow my Braviary to be able to do something. So, okay, let's see what they're terrestrializing into. So that's Terra Fire. Okay, so now they can be trapped in, which is rather interesting because we'll be going first. We'll get off the Perish Song, but I can go for a Fire Spin. And okay, so I don't know how this will go, but that Terra Fire really allows my my Braviary. Oh god, okay, so here comes the Torch Song, and they did not get paralyzed when I needed them to. So okay, 2 minutes left on the clock. That bloody hurt. Oh my god. Okay, so now they get a special attack boost, and they're gonna get some more leftovers. I can't really do anything. The only thing I can do is what's his face? The only thing I can do is potentially go into my Braviary and hope for a paralysis, but I don't know if that's a good idea, to be honest. Geez, okay, so I'm now going to go for the Roost again. Let's do it. Alright, so Altaria goes for the Roost, and hopefully they get paralyzed. Come on, get paralyzed. Okay, Altaria, hold on, buddy, and they get paralyzed. Fantastic. Okay, so now the Perish turns will go down to 2, and I'm going to go for a Fire Spin to trap this in, and at the end, it's going to be my Altaria versus their Toxapex, right? So I don't know how we'll turn that around because I can't Perish trap it. Okay, so Perish falls down to 2. Okie dokie. Time to go for that Fire Spin, and let's do this, Altaria. Alright, so 60 seconds left on the clock. Go for the Fire Spin. There it is. And okie dokie. So get paralyzed again. Go on, get paralyzed. They get paralyzed again. Amazing. Okay, so less than 50 seconds left on the clock, and now, what's his face? This is the final turn, and they are trapped. So, alright, I'm going to switch into my Braviary. If we get super lucky and get a third paralysis, we can win by having 2 Pokemon versus their 1, right? So, okay, Altaria, I'm going to switch you back in, buddy, immediately, and we're going to go straight into our Braviary, and hopefully there'll be enough, hopefully they get paralyzed, right? So, crossing our fingers. Okay, we need some super luck here. Braviary, come on in and get paralyzed. No, they don't. Okay, so the Torch Song will knock out my Braviary, unfortunately, but they'll now go down to the Perish Song, and I don't know if they have more HP after the Stealth Rocks, but they might be going for a what's his face? Okay, there's only 2 seconds left, but the Perish Song will take them out, and then the final timer will be my Altaria versus their what's his face? Oh no, there's no Stealth Rock, sorry. So, okay, it depends on whether or not the Toxapex has more HP than my Altaria, right? So, both of our Pokemon are full HP. So, Altaria, Moment of Truth. Okay, Moment of Truth. Okay, come on in, Altaria, buddy. And I'm so... Imagine if we hadn't have missed our Fire Spin at the beginning, at the very earlier, right? So, okay, Toxapex comes on in. Okay, Moment of Truth. Who's got more HP? Altaria, I've got faith in you. Regardless, let's go for that Fire Spin, but it's not going to matter. Time's run out. Who won? And we defeated Ace! Oh my god, Altaria has more HP! Amazing job! What a bloody intense game. Good game to my opponent, that was bloody tough. And great job to all my Pokemon. What a smashing set of games, am I right? Braviary dominated in the first 2 battles, getting 4 KOs in each game, and then Braviary also proved to be an absolute unit in the final game. I really enjoyed using this Pokemon, and I definitely recommend giving this set a try if you haven't already. Oh, and if you enjoyed watching my Braviary dominating the battlefield, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to let me know what's your favourite Flying-Type Pokemon down below in the comments. And with all that said, there should be a couple of videos popping up right about now that YouTube thinks you'll love, so why not give one of those a try after this? Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and have a fantastic day. Cheers.
No time to question my moves. I stick to the path that I